Well, today I want to talk to you about being a rebel. Now, you might not think of yourself as a rebel, but you might be more of one than you think. To be a great parent today, you need to be courageous enough to visit your past. I mean, how did your parents raise you during the teenage years? What was your experience like? What did your parents teach you, and what values did they pass down to you? It's so important to think back on that time, even if it is painful for you, because this pain, it can have a purpose. It can show you where you need to rebel. Your parents, they weren't perfect, just like you're not going to be perfect. As a parent, there has to be some areas now where you could evaluate to give your teenager a better experience than you got. Now, that's something that you would rebel against from your past. A great exercise for you to do after you watch this video is to grab a piece of paper and make a list of the different ways that you want to rebel from the way that you were raised. In this case, rebellion is a very good thing, and it can be one of the greatest gifts your teenager ever receives. The second part of this exercise is to do the repeat. Now, I'm not at all trying to beat up on your parents. You know, your parents hopefully did a lot of things right. So think through the different areas where your parents did a great job raising you as a teenager. And these are the things that you want to make sure to repeat with your teenager. It's so powerful when you and I repeat the great truths and the experiences that we received from our parents. It's what builds a heritage. So on that piece of paper where you made your rebel list, make a list called Repeat and fill it up with the different ways that you're going to give your teenager what was given to you. 1 Corinthians 11:1 says, "Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ." I love that passage of Scripture because it boldly proclaims that I'm not afraid to take responsibility and to set a path for you as my teenager to follow. As a parent, you're marking a path for your teenager to follow. And one of the best ways to ensure that that path that you're carving out leads to Christ is to look back at the path your parents marked out for you. Now, this will allow you to determine what you should rebel against and what you should repeat. Man, I am so proud of you today for taking time and consider how important it is to lead your teenager on a path towards Christ and setting them up to do the same thing one day for their children.